So they haven't been biting quite as much as normal?
Well, when the weather gets cold, they go into deep water.
Then they go into their holes.
Yep. When the deep water means over 80, 90 feet.
Have you heard anything about this red tide that's lasted about 8 months?
Well, certain fish are affected by it.
Yeah.
Certain mammals are affected by it. The manatees are affected. And the redfish tend to be affected. It's because of their diets. Because the toxin can last up to a month on the plants and on the stuff that's at the bottom of the bay.
Sure.
And ocean. So I've seen some, but it wasn't as bad as a few years ago. We had a red tide here that was terrible.
Is that when all the snook were floating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When it gets that bad, everything is affected.
Well, what do you think about BP oil spill involvement?
With what, red tide? Absolutely zero.
You think?
Well, no, I know. Never had any significant impact from that oil spill here.
Yeah, you know, when they said that the BP oil spill stopped, you know, it actually didn't. It's been steady spewing all this time.
You know you're talking about something that you have no proof of.
Well, there's many videos that are documented from fishermen that go out in the Gulf, and they
You realize that there's oil spewing from the bottom of the ocean all the time, right? You know that.
Well, I know there's tar balls globally in my surfing years that I've noticed.
Well, there's also
in volcanic
constant spewing of oil from some of the crevices in the deep portions of the ocean, and the environment tends to take care of that. There are bacteria that eat it. There is all kinds of stuff. When you get an overwhelming amount, like the BP oil spill, that you start seeing changes. But the ocean is used to handling oil.
How about
better be?
How about the Corex that they tried to use to?
I think they try to disperse it so that it wouldn't have an impact, and I think the story isn't told on that yet. Like a lot of medications, every medicine has side effects.
Sure.
So,
Well, you know what they did was not disperse it, but they sunk it to the bottom of the sea. So there's a sea of oil just floating down there, and this Corex is. I mean, we're having major. It just came out yesterday that major porpoise are dying, manatees.
Manatees came out a long time ago. There's so far 173 dead manatees.
Right.
But having said that, who's telling you the porpoises are dying? I was just out there. They're all over the place.
Yeah. It just came out recently, like a couple days ago, that they're discovering a lot of porpoise deaths, pelicans, manatees.
Really?
Yes, sir. It just came out. It's on E! News.
Is it a blog or is it a scientific study?
It's a actual notable scientific website.
What university is publishing that?
It's not a university. It's E! News. They do all kinds of like nuclear and oil, energy news.
Moat has a very nice section, Moat Aquarium, on both red tide, all that stuff. And I think when you start seeing stuff on blogs and everything, if you go there and check it, you find that half the time that they're not accurate. It's a difficult study to say something is dying because of something unless people are doing autopsies of the animals. And unless they're like an aquarium, they're not going to have the capacity to do that.
Well, the fishermen are noting mutations in the shrimp and the fish, and
what fishermen?
Florida fishermen here and there.
I belong to a fishing club. We have around 200 to 300 fishermen there.
Okay.
And none of that's been reported yet. So I don't know. I don't know where you hear this, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's an opinion, and I think it's worthwhile hearing the opinion. But like I say, if you go to Moat, you'll get the stuff that really is very highly respected as far as the scientific community is concerned. And not political.
I'll be sure to look.
Now watch this.
Ready? Wow, look at all those catfish.
They can't eat that. He's going to drop it. Watch the catfish.
He's going to...
Catfish, no, he can't eat it. Watch, look at the size of those catfish.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did drop. Or no, he's still holding on to it. Or is he?
No, he dropped.
There you go, guys.
That is for crabs and for the catfish. They live on that stuff.
Did you ever hear about Barnacle Bill's? You said 10 years.
Oh yeah, that was our favorite restaurant.
Yeah, my dad and I worked there. My dad worked there for like 30 years.
Why did it close?
Due to the one on the beach closed because the owner of the building was trying to jack the rent up real bad on him and stuff. And then the owner just passed about a month ago.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The daughter had a infected hip. The one that was down on
Placida?
Placida.
I didn't know about that. Mariah.
Yeah. But they were good people, and I tell you, it was fantastic food to eat.
Oh yeah. I was blessed as a kid to catch my fish, bring it in, they'd prepare it for me, then I'd be back out there.
They were good. And I was very surprised that they closed down because they were always busy. Anytime I went with my wife or friends, they always seemed busy.
Oh yeah, people wait 2 hours in line for a bowl of chowder.
They had good chowder, their fish fry was fantastic.
It was incredible. Oh my God. Just don't see it like that anymore.
Well,